In this video, we look at a simplified summary of the story Blue Bucket Mine by Arthur H. Redman, which appeared in the February 1976 issue of the magazine Western and Eastern Treasures. In the vast western United States lies the legendary Blue Bucket Mine, a renowned site of lost gold discovery. This fabled treasure, also known as the Lost Emigrant or Meek Cutoff Mine, holds a tale of adventure and fortune. It all began with Steve Meek, a trapper and the esteemed brother of famed Joe Meek. Steve possessed an intimate knowledge of the Blue Mountains and claimed to know a shorter and easier route across what is now eastern Oregon than the perilous Oregon Trail itself. Captivated by Meek's promises, over half the members of an emigrant wagon train eagerly accepted his offer to guide them. With more than 100 wagons in tow, Meek led the way, embarking on a 6-week journey across the untamed lands of eastern and central Oregon. They traversed the Malheur River near Vail, Oregon, venturing into the uncharted territories of the Great Basin. However, fate had a different plan in store for them. Lost amidst the wilderness, the wagon train wandered for a month, crossing treacherous alkali flats and desolate deserts. Eventually, they reached the Deschutes River and followed its course northward, finally arriving at the bustling Columbia River town of the Dalles. It wasn't until 4 years later when relatives returning from the California gold rush recognized the yellow metal someone had stumbled upon as gold. News of the discovery spread like wildfire, sparking a flurry of excitement. Newspaper articles were penned, and numerous expeditions were launched, the first of which took place in 1849. However, Indian attacks thwarted the efforts of many search parties in the 1860s. Amongst the vast array of literature surrounding the Blue Bucket Mine, one prevailing location emerges as the most likely site, near the headwaters of the Malheur River. This area, shrouded in mystery and peril, beckons treasure hunters to this day, as they seek to unravel the secrets of the fabled Blue Bucket Mine. The tales spun by the Meek party, who were present at the discovery of the gold, are a tapestry of contradictions. Blurred by flawed recollections, for no one knew of the gold's existence until 4 years had passed, these accounts of questionable veracity only served to confound the search for the elusive mine. Thomas Jefferson Fryer, who asserts his presence at the find, may speak true, yet he was but a mere babe of 2 at the time. It is likely that Fryer is but regaling tales passed down through generations when he recounts the following. Whilst near the head of the Malheur River, a few of the cattle strayed away one moonlit eve. Daniel Heron, a kinsman of W.J. Heron, ventured forth to seek the wayward beasts. Just beyond the crest of the Malheur, he chanced upon a meandering brook flowing toward the southwest, never mingling with the river. As he traversed its course, his gaze fell upon an object akin to a golden pebble nestled in the stream's bed. It possessed an unusual weight and a lackluster hue. Another nugget was picked by an onlooker. Martin, in an attempt to fracture the nugget upon a wagon wheel, discovered it to be impervious, instead yielding to a flattened form. The nugget then found its resting place within a toolbox, adorning the wagon's forefront. In the enchanting recounting of the tale by John L. Riggs, the Blue Bucket Mine unfolds its mysterious origins. Riggs, with the wisdom passed down through generations, shares the words of his 14-year-old grandfather, who vividly describes the scene. The wagon train found respite along a serene stream near the Harney Basin, flanked by majestic hills to the north and a vast desert expanse to the south. It was here that a remarkable event transpired. A lady, her apron serving as a vessel, discovered glimmering pieces of yellow metal scattered upon the exposed rocks where a freshet had recently flowed. With an air of astonishment, she proclaimed her ability to fill a blue bucket with this newfound treasure. Thus, the Blue Bucket Mine received its name, forever intertwined with the tale of Mrs. Sarah King Chambers, whose final resting place remains marked by a weathered gravestone. Legends whisper that this mine, shrouded in mystery, lies westward, a mere day or two's journey by covered wagon from her grave. In the mystical realm of the Southfork Malheur River, nestled a mere mile north of the enchanting hamlet of Beulah, lay the sacred resting place of Mrs. Sarah King Chambers. Legends, whispered through the ages, spoke of a treasure so precious, so easily won, that even a child could fill buckets with its golden splendor. Drawn by the allure of this fabled wealth, countless adventurers set forth on perilous journeys westward, beginning their quest from the hallowed ground where Mrs. Chambers slumbered. Among the brave souls who dared to venture forth was the illustrious Scientific Safari of 1958, a band of intrepid explorers assembled for the sole purpose of unraveling the secrets of this mythical gold mine. Within their ranks there stood William Lambert, a master of the arcane arts of electronics; Robert Scranton, a student of the ancient wisdom of geology; Lancaster Pollard, a sage historian well-versed in the lore of the Northwest; P.A. Buckmaster, a seasoned prospector with an unquenchable thirst for adventure; Walter Eastman, a shrewd investor in the realm of mining; Steve Roth, a skilled wielder of the image-capturing contraption known as a camera; and two seasoned hunters and prospectors, Carthel Lanier and Emmy Hunt, who possessed an intimate knowledge of the treacherous landscape that lay before them. Together, this valiant fellowship embarked on a treacherous odyssey, their hearts aflame with the hope of uncovering the elusive Blue Bucket Mine. Guided by ancient maps and whispered tales, they braved the perils of the untamed wilderness, their spirits unwavering in the face of the unknown. Their journey through the wild, unforgiving terrain was fraught with danger and uncertainty. They encountered treacherous cliffs, raging rivers, and dense forests that seemed to whisper secrets in hushed voices. Yet they pressed on, their determination unyielding. As they ventured deeper into the heart of the wilderness, the air crackled with an otherworldly energy, as if the very essence of magic danced upon the wind. Each step brought them closer to the truth, closer to the unimaginable riches that lay hidden beneath the earth. Days turned into weeks, and still the intrepid explorers pushed forward, their spirits undeterred by the hardships they faced. And then, as if the heavens themselves were guiding their path, they stumbled upon a wondrous sight. There, amidst the barren rocks, a lady with eyes ablaze beheld a sight that would forever change their destinies. Fragments of yellow metal, glimmering like rays of sunlight, adorned the bare earth before her. With unwavering confidence, she proclaimed that she could fill a blue bucket with the untold wealth that lay scattered at her feet. The adventurers stood in awe, their hearts filled with a mixture of disbelief and exhilaration. They had found it, the legendary Blue Bucket Mine, a treasure so precious that its very existence seemed like a dream. And so, armed with their newfound knowledge, the brave explorers returned to the world beyond the wilderness. Their hearts brimming with anticipation, they vowed to uncover the full extent of the Blue Bucket Mine's riches and share its wonders with the world. But the tale of the Blue Bucket Mine did not end there. For in the midst of their triumph, the adventurers stumbled upon a solemn reminder of the perils that befell those who dared to seek the mine's treasures. A grave, marked only by the name of Mrs. Sarah King Chambers, stood as the sole physical remnant of an ill-fated wagon train that had once set forth on a similar quest. Legends whispered that the Blue Bucket Mine lay westward, just a day or two's journey by covered wagon from Mrs. Chambers' resting place. And so, the adventurers, fueled by their insatiable thirst for adventure, set forth once more, their hearts aflame with the hope of uncovering the full extent of the mine's secrets. Thus, the story of the Blue Bucket Mine and its fabled riches continues to captivate the imaginations of those who dare to dream. For in the vast expanse of the untamed wilderness, where legends are born and magic dances upon the wind, the allure of gold and the promise of untold wealth will forever beckon the brave and the bold to seek their fortunes. In the year 1957, a group of intrepid explorers set out on a quest to uncover the secrets of the fabled Blue Bucket Mine. After tracing the wagon ruts for 3 weeks, they arrived at the final resting place of Mrs. Sarah King Chambers, where they studied diaries, maps, letters, and newspaper articles in search of clues. Armed with modern geological knowledge, they set up camp on Otis Creek, 10 miles north of the hamlet of Druzy, using M-scopes, microscopes, metal detectors, and other tools to prospect for gold. They even resorted to smelling rocks to determine their chemical composition. Despite their efforts, They found only traces of gold in a 325 square mile area, and no creek yielded enough to make panning profitable. Nevertheless, they continued their search, eliminating the area immediately west from Mrs. Chambers' grave as the site of the Blue Bucket Mine. Many believe that the true location of the mine lies southward in the Harney Basin, waiting to be discovered by those brave enough to seek it out. If you're interested in purchasing a copy of this vintage magazine for yourself or as a gift for a friend or loved one, please click the link in the description.